I'm extremely wary about getting close to a bad guy until it's time to get close to him.
Right.
Now, when we're in a foot pursuit, our instinct as police officers is to catch the guy. I mean, that's the goal, right? That's why we're chasing him, but not at the cost of sacrificing, poor tactics and giving the guy a better opportunity to hurt us. When you are running after somebody, keep in mind, your distance from him and make it reasonable to where if he does something, you can react, move away, or do whatever. Like we talked about, my preference is to get the guy in a compromising position, and when we're ready to go hands on this guy, to go hands on him. So there are a lot of circumstances, and more often than not, when we're chasing a person we either know is armed or we don't know. Like you guys just had one, right? You were telling me about it. And so in those instances, there is a proper way to run with your firearm when it's necessary to do that. And like the video I just showed you, doing anything like this is unacceptable, right? Because you have no control of your firearm at all. And so you have to abandon what you know, because when you run, that's what you do, but now you have a firearm in your hand. And so there's really only 3 ways to go about doing this. Personally, for me, I like this position here. Again, it's like the high ready position. And I'm looking over my muzzle, and this is natural to me, of course, finger off the trigger. Or you can run with it like this. This is kind of hard, it seems unnatural, or even one-handed is fine as long as it's not pointing at your arm, it's at the ground. So either in the air, at the ground, or orientated towards the bad guy, which happens a lot of the time. So if you understand that and it's time to engage that guy, everything else that we just did means something, and it comes into play at that point. And at that point, when it's time to react to that guy, I'm not going to tell you what to do, because you're just going to do whatever your body ends up doing. Maybe you stop real quick, or maybe you keep going because that makes sense to you for whatever the reason is, or maybe you move to the side, or you move to cover or something, right?
Right.
But in any case, either you or the suspect is going to be moving if that happens. We're going to run through this real quick, and I'm going to demo it a couple different ways, running with your firearm, how to do that, and then I'm going to engage this first target here, and then transition, run down and engage the second target. Nobody is training to run and shoot, right? Like, that's not possible. And when these officers are getting these engagements on foot pursuits, the reason that they're just kind of letting it go is because they don't have a process for how they do that. I have to get all the things that I know is required by me, and it may not be the same for you. Maybe you have to do more. So in order to hit this guy in the A zone. So, going hot. Let's come back so I'll get a little bit of a run.
Through.
Not great, but do it again. It's acceptable, but not preferred, right?
Threat.